Hello and welcome to Democracy 3. Now, I am fully convinced that if you are a person who is interested in, is currently in, or else working towards a job in politics, you have an obligation to play this game. It is, without a doubt, been the most instructional thing, I think, in terms of telling me what sort of garbage a politician has to go through day in, day out. I'll show you what I mean. We're gonna be Canada for obvious reasons. And we're gonna change my party name to the party. The party, perfect. And the opposition, the not party. Sure. Here we go. Oh, I should point out real quick that the interface for this game is extremely overwhelming. So if you're prone to panic when you see lots of confusion up all on the screen at once, watch your eyes. Okay, so my new job as Prime Minister. Hooray! I got voted in. All 33 million and then some folks are counting on me. So the main point of this game is to stay in office, essentially. There is no win scenario, least of which in Canada, where you could be reelected time and again. So, yeah, let's just start. Now remember the warning. Watch your eyes. Oh, that's nasty. This is, in a not so abstract way, everything that a politician has to go through. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Yeah, this is awesome. And it makes for a bit of a dull but fascinating game. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's see. From the outset, we can see that the religious folks are not too happy. And when you mouse over it, you can see why. You can see the things that are positively affecting it and negatively affecting it. And if I go to, say, gambling, we can see what gambling is affecting. You know, it's having a beneficial influence for organized crime. That's not good. It's taking down unemployment a little bit. It's putting a dent in the GDP a little bit. And capitalists, liberals love it. Religious hate it. And it kind of goes on like that. So the whole game is essentially just a balancing act. Sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do. Sometimes you have to do things that conflict immensely with your own personal beliefs. Speaking of which, anything that I do in this game does not necessarily reflect my own personal beliefs or anything like that. I'm simply doing what I think I have to with the information in front of me to survive. And in some cases, literally, because you can have hits put out on you. It's kind of scary. Okay, let's get moving. So my goal for this particular run is to try to get voted back in. And that's it. So, in order to do that, I'm going to have to appease the religious folks. Now, a lot of stuff down here I don't want to mess with as is, but what I can do is impose new policies. And you get your big old list here of economic motions I can place, tax benefits, and so on, public services, law and order, transport. I know they like married tax allowance, so I'm going to go ahead and implement that. Now, it doesn't cost me any points to implement it in the first place. That's costly. This is Canada, remember. We don't have quite the same GDP as, say, America. So, anytime I enact something, I generally want to crank the slider most of the way down, just to make sure it doesn't put too big a dent in my money. Alright, we'll go with that. Okay, that sucked up most of my action points for this turn, so I'm going to end for now. And quarterly report. Debt protection law. Global economy is doing well. Small surplus. My cabinet ministers are trustworthy, and their effectiveness is passable. Well, can't say fairer than that, I suppose. Speaking of my cabinet, here they are. Now, they give me my action points, but they will give me fewer action points if they feel I'm not up to snuff. So you can see that my welfare minister's, her sympathies are conservative and capitalist, which right now are pretty low. So she's not helping me out quite as much as, say, Ella Lavoie here, who is a liberal and environmentalist. I'm doing slightly better on the liberal front just from the get-go. So, again, I need to balance these folks or else fire them and find somebody who's more agreeable, but even that has a detrimental effect. Conservatives, what can I do with conservatives? Race Discrimination Act, abortion law, vigilante mobs. Well, nobody likes vigilante mobs. Police force is down. What if I give the police force a bit more money? Yeah, that helps a bit. Costs money, but that helps out. Good stuff. Let's see if there's any other things I can impose. Public religious broadcasts? That might help. I don't need to go crazy, I just need to make little changes, little changes, a bit at a time. Okay, sometimes there are specific things that I have to deal with, and this is one of them. Debt collection agencies have been in the news because of aggressive methods they are using. I can choose to either limit agency activities or just ignore them. I am going to limit the activities of these payday loan folks. Make sure they don't rip off the poor. So the poor is going to like that, but capitalists and conservatives probably won't. Livestock imports, armed religious communities, goody. So my budget is very, very slowly growing, so I think I've got some latitude to faith school subsidies. Yeah, I can bump this up a little bit. There we go. It's gonna drain pretty much all my action points for this turn. But yeah, this is the toughest part about starting with Canada. It's just getting religious and conservative out of the hole there. Try to get them on my side a little bit. Okay, ban livestock imports. One of our neighboring countries has had a publicly announced case of foot and mouth. Do I ban the import of cattle or not? Yeah. And this really does go to showcase my lack of knowledge of government affairs, because just based on this, I'm having a lot of trouble parsing what exactly the outcome is going to be. Maybe that's part of it. Ban livestock imports. Go. We get Alberta beef. We don't need them anyway. Crime's taken a slight dip. Approval rating of 25%. Well, I don't know how I got voted in the first place if everybody hates me so much, but one of those things I just don't understand. Okay. Conservatives like the married tax allowance, so I'm going to bump that up. Da-da-da. Liberals are not going to like that, but I'm already in pretty good with them. Now, I have to be careful because some of these things take a few quarters to come into effect. So I can't go crazy and just start plugging in all sorts of things. I need to do it bit by bit to see what works and what doesn't. Is there anything else I can do? National Business Council. That sounds interesting. Corporate wealth has much to offer. Yeah, sure. Sounds like fun. Helps capitalists, helps the GDP. Doesn't even cost all that much. Boom. Let's see, is there anything else I can do for the religious folks? I've already got a slight boost coming from the married tax allowance. It's just Abortion law there just takes such a chunk out. Yeah, this doesn't cost much either. There we go. And turned. Okay. Budget looking good. Poll's still kind of eh. Let's check on my cabinet ministers. Julia Esposito there is... I'm losing her. I'm losing her quick. Madison Scott's not having it either because she's also conservative. Social behavior, CC cameras. What if we bump this up a bit? Again, I have to do a lot of stuff that the liberals don't like, but... Oh yeah, I'm losing them a little bit. But that's the trade-off, isn't it? It tends to be one or the other. In a very broad sense. What can I do? A little less corporate tax, maybe? There we go. Small changes, small changes. Freedom of information. There's been calls for a law to increase the availability of information held on databases without their knowledge. So, I can either reject the proposal to allow the government to spy on people or fire through a Freedom Act. Freedom. Next. Credit rating downgraded. Well, awesome. Super good. That's exactly what I want to see. Great. Oh, the budget's taking a kick in the face. And the polls haven't really improved. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Two doctors' approval? That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Oh, good. Terrorist attack anyway. Oh, great. Now we've got a deficit. Whoops. Conservatives plummeting. Religious has taken a nice solid jump, so that's a plus. Oh, man. I am so bad at this game. Global economy just dove there. Relative GDP. It dropped when... it dropped when I banned livestock imports. Well, I should have seen that coming. You wanted to talk to me. Conservative capitalist. I don't really know what I can do about that. Sorry, what was your job again? Foreign affairs. Foreign affairs, religious capitalist. Even she would be better. All right. Fired. Whoops. Hire you, because at least my numbers aren't quite so low for what you're into. Okay. Next quarter. Asking me about fracking, budget deficit of a bunch of money. Ghettos. Ghettos have taken effect. Everything's just kind of spiraling out of my control here. Let's check my income. See if I can cut some expenditures. Oh, sorry, old folks. I gotta take a little trim off there. Just trying to make ends meet, you know. There we go. That should get me back into the green. Okay. Hydraulic fracturing, better known as fracking, is a new drilling technology, blah, blah, blah. Opens up huge supplies. There are environmental concerns. Allow or ban? Gonna allow this. Because currently the environmentalists don't totally hate me. There we go. Oh, 6%. Oh boy. Everything's just dropping. Everybody hates me. My economy minister has quit. Environmentalist, capitalist. No, you're gonna hate me. Conservative trade union, you're gonna hate me. Oh, it doesn't even matter anymore. Budget surplus. Awesome. 12% of the vote. Awesome. Okay, 7 turns before re-election time. What can I do? Let's check my old proposal list here. Compulsory military service. I don't have the points to even take that. Driverless car technology. Sure. Isn't it supposed to have a positive effect on congestion? Well, let's see how that works. Transport minister has resigned. Awesome. Only 10% of the vote. Oof. Need a new transport minister. Farmers liberal. Yep, I'll take you. Why not? Yikes. 13%. You know what? I'm just gonna ride this out. I'm pretty sure I'm boned. Allow drilling, prevent drilling. Yeah, let's start drilling. Go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, I got the Nobel Prize. No, it's somebody else did. Well, I got a lot of points. I could always drop some new taxes down. Junk food tax. Yeah, here we go. Wham! Tax you on your junk food, baby. No, the Patriots like me. That's, I don't think that's ever happened before. Environmentalists are not really having it. Must be something I can do. How do I cut down on pollution? The environment. What affects that? Microgeneration grants. Oh, I gotcha. We'll put my new junk food money into microgeneration grants. Go. Go. 20%, huh? God, my performance is just all over the place. Wealthy, what do you want? What do you want, the wealthy? There. Drop down your inheritance tax bit. Honestly, I'm not doing too bad here. I'm not threatened with assassination in any case. Audrey Wong is known as a patriot who'll fight tooth and claw. Yeah, sure, the Patriots really like me right now. There we go. Uh-huh. Intercepted communications would suggest the pro-capitalist corporate-funded terror group, known as the Battenberg Group, may be considering action against the government. Well, let them try. Capitalist, government-funded, oh god. Yeah, you're mad about terrorist attacks. Narcotics, eh? Yeah, let's legalize all drugs, yes. You know what? Couldn't get any worse than it already is. Legalize all drugs. Ban animal testing. Ban it. Go. God, it's just one thing after another here. Whoa! Patriots love me. Oh, because an athlete won or a athlete got a gold medal. That's helping a lot. Foreign investor tax breaks, huh? Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Just add a little bit to that. Go. Oh, here we go. Election time. Start the count. Oh, oh, you see 40% turnout. You see, I think I demand a recount. Yeah, this is probably the best for everybody. So like I said, it's not the most riveting game to play, and it's visually difficult to sort of parse what's going on, but once you get the hang of it, you come to realize that politicians have a lot of crap to deal with in their day-to-day. I mean, that was a very sped-up version of what they have to deal with, and I was able to deal with things just by clicking on it, not by filling out forms and sending them to people and getting them double-checked and triple-checked and approved and double-approved. So I don't know, give it a try if you feel like. I mean, like, I was trying to win there and then just started screwing around right at the end, but I don't know, maybe you'll do better than me. Maybe the Prime Minister of tomorrow is watching this right now, and I hope you, sir or ma'am or whatever, do better than me, both in this game and in real life. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.